Day 754 being Christopher Cruz. Just went for a walk to do a Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Whew, this morning was challenging. And I'm just giving it to God, I got a notification today from Facebook that says 8 years ago today, I was on a plane flying to New York City to raise money from investors. And yeah, just was like, wow, dang. And so I went to do a Facebook Live talking about be careful what you wish for. And in the middle of that, Araceli called me and I declined it and she called again. And so I stopped the Facebook Live and I answered her call, which was good because I wasn't feeling right. When I was doing the Facebook Live, I was like, this doesn't feel right. This feels like, I feel like I'm off, And I was definitely off. There's something I was just not feeling it. And so it was good that she called, so I deleted it. And then I talked to her and just kind of encouraged her and got back in my zone. I'm like, I'm so glad you called. I needed this. I needed to get back into my flow because I've been off today. And so then I just jumped on and did a Facebook Live talking about be careful what you wish for and chasing someone else's dream. And then I just did an Instagram Live talking about the same thing. So the Instagram one was a lot better. But I just need to keep jumping on and sharing stories and talking about purpose and really putting it out there. The thing is, I have so many stories, so many great stories that are tied to purpose. So I'm gonna go back home, eat dinner, and then I'm gonna join a bunch of these Facebook groups, a bunch of these Christian Facebook groups, and post my story in there. I wrote my story last night. Then I found a bunch of cool pictures from Thailand, Bali, and Nepal that I can post. And yeah, I'm just telling my story and how I got to where I am. And now I'm a purpose coach and I help believers find their purpose in 6 weeks so they can start living the life that God has planned for them. And so yeah, maybe I'll get some leads from that. Yeah, just really, really trying to think how to make this money. It's just so crazy how small yet how big my thinking has got. When it comes to my purpose, my thinking has gotten massive. When it comes to money, my thinking has gotten just minimal. I'm like, how am I gonna make $1,000 in the next 2 days? And it's just and then how am I gonna make another $1,300 10 days after that to pay rent? And it's just dang, Chris, why is my financial thinking gotten so small? What has happened? What is the mental thing that I'm missing? How is it that I've become so big and my purpose has become so massive, yet my thinking around money has become smaller than it ever has before in my life, ever? So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to, make sense of it all. But I'm trying a lot of different things. Yeah. But there are just the big thing that I'm learning right now is just the stress and the pressure. When I doubt just crushes me. When I allow doubt to come in, that is when it's just not good. When I doubt that God is going to show up, when I doubt that things are going to work out, that's when I just get stuck. That's when the emotions come in, that's when the fear comes in. And so it's I can see that the big attack is the doubt. Doubting God, doubting that God will show up, doubting the miracles. And so then when I open the Bible and last night and lay it on my desk, even though I don't know what page it is, and then I get on my knees and pray, and then I turn to the Bible and I read, and it says, God is your strength and your power. He's your source. He will do it. You have to lean on him. Stop leaning on yourself. And so I'm oh man, that rocked me. Like, just what are the odds that out of a 1,200 page book, I would open up a page randomly last night, lay it on my desk, and then that's the paragraph that I read? Like, it's just, those odds are not even possible. And meanwhile, I'm praying like, God, help me. And it's saying like, God will help you. God is the source of your help and your power, not you. Stop turning towards yourself and turn to God. And so now what I'm trying to figure out, okay, how do I turn to God? What does that look like? Like, what does that look like? What do I have to do to turn to God? Like, right now, I've got 48 hours. How am I gonna, or how is God going to produce $1,000 in 48 hours? Like, I don't know. I don't know the answer. And that's hard because, and I'm not just gonna like sit back and do nothing. Like, I'm gonna try to work my butt off. And like, yeah, so this is the part where I'm like struggling with, like, you know, it's like, give it to God. God will provide. Trust God. God is the source of your strength. God will help you if you give it to him. You know, all those things. It's like, where, it's like, okay. And what do I do, God? Like, I'm working. I'm trying everything that I can think of. I'm going. And I'm doing. It's like, what's the action that's going to work? Like, what's the action that's going to tip the scale? What's the action that's going to actually produce a result? And so that's the point where I'm at right now, is trying to figure that out. And I don't have an answer. So I'm just trying everything. So, yeah. Just trying everything. The great thing about this is it's getting me to try everything. It's getting me to do things I've never done before, create things I've never created before, have thoughts I've never thought before, look at my business in a way I've never looked at it before. So there's a lot of good things to it. It's just that I need one of those good things to be to produce money. Like, so, yeah. And when I'm praying and I feel something say to me mentally, not an audible voice, but a thought put in my head, Chris, keep the faith. It's like, all right, keep the faith. It's just not the easiest thing to do, to keep the faith when you can't see a way out. You know? It's hard to focus on the light when you can't see it. So, but I think that's why Jesus talks about focusing on him, not your problems. And I think that's probably why I have that in my room where it says focus on me, not the storm, and it's a picture of Jesus reaching his hand out. I just don't know exactly what that means, to focus on him, to turn to God. Like, what do? Do I pray all night? Do I read the Bible all night? Do I meditate on the word all night? Do I watch a documentary about God? That's the part where it's like, okay, focus on him. How do I focus on him exactly? So I'm trying to find the answers to all this stuff. I'm just trying to figure it out. I've been working so hard. Since I walked away from the internship, every single day, not a single day off. I don't even want a day off. I'm so excited and inspired by all the things I'm creating. And that's a frustrating thing, is I can see how much value that I can add to people's lives and how drastically life-changing this is. But I'm missing something. Like, something is missing. Like, there's something missing. And I'm not sure what it is. You know, maybe it's way too expensive. I mean, it's $7,000 with a $3,500 deposit. Like, how many people have an extra $7,000 laying around that they could just be like, yeah, okay, here you go. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of people, but there are a lot more people who don't have that. And so, yeah. So maybe it's just priced way too high. And like, I thought about that today, and I'm like, okay, I could do, 8 purpose calls with people for $2,500. that's like $400 per session. No, less than that, like $300 per session. But hey, it's $2,500, and if I can find 4 people a month to do that, that's 10 grand. And 10 grand a month is nothing to balk at. So I thought about that. Like, maybe I'm just totally outpricing people. And so maybe I just need to reel it back in, and $2,500, a $1,250 deposit in the beginning, and then the other $1,250 at the end if you can't do it all up front. Because I do these calls with people, and they're so powerful and valuable, and these people so desperately need to find their purpose. So, but then I also know from learning from all this marketing stuff is I don't hit on the pain enough. I don't talk about the pain of what's your life going to look like if you don't find your purpose. Where are you going to be in 5 years if you don't find your purpose? You're probably going to be in the same place that you are now, lost, confused, unhappy, and unfulfilled. But I don't touch on the pain very much at all. And I probably talk way too much about the process. I probably give them too much clarity on the calls. Yeah, I don't know. There's something that is not working. And so I'm trying to figure out what that is. And yeah, I'm not sure yet what it is. But I'm determined to figure it out, because what I do for people is just too good. The transformation is too good. It's too powerful. Like, one of my clients today, she just sent me a testimonial. And she feels lit up inside. It's something, she got this fire lit inside of her that hasn't been around forever. And it's just like, man, that's just from one session that we did. So it's frustrating when you have something so incredibly valuable, but people aren't buying it. Like, it's like this frustration of, like, imagine if I had the cure for cancer, and I walk into a cancer hospital and I'm like, hey, you have cancer, I have the cure for it, would you buy it? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna hold off for now, I'm gonna wait 6 months. It's just like, what? In 6 months you could be dead. Like, what? You're gonna hold off and wait 6 more months to find your purpose? Do you know how, like, crazy that is? You know the crazy things that can happen in 6 months from now if you found your purpose? You know where you'd be in 6 months from now if you had clarity on your purpose? Like, just gets very frustrating. And for these people who are like, I'll wait, I'm just like, good, fucking wait. And next time you reach out, it'll be $15,000. So, and you're not going to get a dime of a discount. Like, there's this frustration. Yeah, it's just like, okay, all right, perfect. Well, if you can't afford it now, or if you don't want to do it now, just wait until it's 15 grand. So you had your chance, and sorry, too bad, so sad. Be lost forever. And that's the angry asshole inside me. So that's the frustrated, annoyed version of me that has done way too many valuable calls with people and not gotten paid for them. So that's me being angry at myself, not at people, but it's me taking it out on people. But it gets fucking frustrating. It's just like, oh my God, wake the fuck up, people. So the lady I did a call with day before yesterday desperately needs her purpose, and she's old. It's like, wake up, woman. But she's like, oh no, I think I'll wait. I'll reach out to you when I'm ready. It's like, when you're ready? You could be dead before then. Like, what do you mean when you're ready? You're literally so lost. You have no clue what you're doing it. And so I sent her a real message. I was like, okay, got it. Hey, can you give me some honest feedback? Like, what is stopping you? Like, what is it? Is it the price? Is it the program? Is it that I gave you too much clarity on that call? Like, just give me some real feedback, because God sends me these people who clearly desperately need their purpose, and I have a solution, and some of them aren't moving forward with it. So I just wanted to know, like, could you give me some really brutally honest feedback so I know what to do differently? So that's the first time I've ever done that, because I'm just frustrated. I'm just annoyed. Like, what the fuck, people? Like, you desperately need to find your purpose. You are lost. You are unfulfilled. You don't know what you're doing with your life. And I literally have an incredible solution. So what's stopping you? And the only thing I can really think of that makes any sense is the price. Or that I help them get too much clarity on that one call and they think, oh, I could figure it out from here. So I don't know. It's just the most frustrating thing ever. Breathe, 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 breathe. So, yeah. I just can't wait till I get to a point where if people want one-on-one coaching, because the brand is building and we're helping so many people, it's like, yeah, you want one-on-one coaching? Perfect. There's a 6-month waiting list. So, yeah. Oh, and it's $50,000. Like, I just can't wait until I get to a point where people realize the value and they want it. And they're like, yes, I have to have this. You know, people who are hungry, not just like complacent about it. All right. I'm done venting. Hopefully that woman doesn't watch this video, but if she does, woman, wake the fuck up. Like, wake up, seriously. You are not getting any younger, and you desperately need to find your purpose. You are so lost, it is crazy. Like, what else do you need to be thrown in front of your face than God sending you someone who says, hey, you don't know your purpose. It's super obvious. I can help you find it. Here's a program. Like, what? What other sign do people need? It's crazy. So it's just got to be the pricing. It's just got to be too expensive or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done.